Welcome back on TV9. We just had one of our guests get away from us here, but we have veterinarian David Graff in today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce us to our two little guests here today?
This is Nate. He's almost a year old. He'll be a year old next month. He's a Chihuahua. And this is Roxy. She's 5 months old, and she's a Pekingese.
I'm doing okay with mine. I don't know why yours is running away from you over there.
Well, he's camera shy.
Well, we want to talk a little bit today about whether or not you need to give your flea and tick medication to your dog over the winter months. I know a lot of people think that, you know, like you were saying earlier, fleas just go away in the winter, but do we need to keep giving those meds?
Actually, when it gets cold, the fleas actually get worse for about a month. So at the first frost, they don't go away. They actually are looking for any warm body to hop on. And all the squirrels out in the yard are at risk of having fleas. Okay. So even if you live in a location where you don't think there's very many pets around that might have fleas, those squirrels might be a source of fleas for your pet. So continue the once-a-month topicals, clear up until there's snow. Okay. And sometimes even a month after that. But we're lucky in Iowa. In Iowa, we can stop it when there's a foot of snow on the ground and it gets to 20 below. Unless you've got a lot of moisture in your house, then they're probably going to die off in the winter for a while. Is there anything that pet owners should do, dog, cats, or any pet for that matter, differently when it gets colder outside in terms of, you know, caring for the pet, in terms of, I don't know, like grooming or anything differently that they could be doing? If your pet never goes out much, you want to acclimate them to the cold, which means this time of year, it's a great time of year to start getting them used to being out in cooler weather. So work them up to the colder weather. Okay. And also, I want to talk a little bit about I adopted a dog that has Lyme disease, and I just wanted to ask you, while I've got you here, to answer this question. Does it do any good if a dog already has Lyme disease to give the vaccination? Okay. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if having the disease gives protective immunity or not. I do know that if your dog has been exposed to Lyme disease and has a positive test, that there is a really good test for seeing if it was cleared from your dog or not. And it's a test that's done some months later after you treat. So that's a really good question, and I'll have to see what the data on that is. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, David Graff, thank you so much for being in with us today. Happy to be here. And coming up tomorrow, we'll have psychology.